It was a wintry, slippery day on the island of Sodor. Sir Topham Hatt and the butler were at FfarQuahr Station. They were going over some files that have been discovered by some archaeologists and some investigation teams from the past couple of years. Excuse me, sir, but I believe you'll need my assistance to get you out of this situation. Don't worry about that, butler, said Sir Topham Hatt. I'm perfectly fine. Don't be certain, said the butler. What if you get hurt? Don't worry. I'll be fine. Watch. Sir Topham Hatt would have regretted his words. He slipped and falled and landed at the bottom of FfarQuahr. Ugh, he yelled. A porter who was on the platform contacted for help. Thomas arrived. His crew managed to get Sir Topham Hatt into his cab, and Thomas raced as fast as he could all the way to the end of the line. Thomas raced backwards as fast as he could. Unfortunately, all the turntables were malfunctioning that day, so Thomas had to race as fast as he could backwards. His fireman stoked the fire as much as he could. The driver checked his steam pressure to make sure Thomas would not blow up. However, he did not. But then when they got to the bend, where Edward had his fateful accident, Sir Topham Hatt was not pleased. Go as fast as you can, Thomas. I'm injured, don't you realize that? I'm trying my best, sir. I just don't want to have an accident. Sir Topham Hatt realized his mistake and apologized to Thomas. Thomas raced by the cows as his cows mooed at him. At last, Thomas managed to get to FfarQuahr Station, and then he tried to get everyone's attention. Everyone, we have an emergency! Clear the line! Said Thomas. Guard waved his red flag, blew his whistle, and then a porter raced to Trevor. Trevor, take Sir Topham Hatt to the hospital. He has injured his shoulder. Can you please do that? Certainly, sir, will do, said Trevor. Trevor managed to start up just in time. Come on, old boy, said Jim Cole. We gotta get our Sir Topham Hatt to the hospital. Unfortunately, Trevor was not as fast as Birdie, and not as slow as Terrence, but he tried his hardest. I wish there was another gear on here, said Jim Cole, but anyway. Trevor tried to race as fast as he could. Must get to the hospital just in time, gasped Trevor. He thought his valves would burst and his funnel would fall off. But thankfully none of those happened. Because why not? At last, Trevor managed to get to the bend beyond the hospital. But he was slowing down. Come on, Trevor, this is not the time to break down. But Trevor was not breaking down. He was tired, and he needed coal. Let's get that. Back at the station, all the engines were worried. They were worried about Sir Topham Hatt, of how he was doing, and how he was feeling. Oh, I hope this is not serious as it looks, said James. I hope this is not the end, said Gordon. Thankfully, a replacement controller was on its way temporarily, but who would that be? That's another story.